Morning everybody. So if you don't know, I'm Scott Jameson and I'm the head gardener here at Wentworth Woodhouse. So you may or may not know that next year we have the RHS Garden Show here, and coupled with that we are entering into an exciting partnership with David Austin Roses. So we're here in what is traditionally called the Mulberry Garden, dating from about 1735, and as you can hear, the acoustics change, and on a beautiful day like this the weather settles in, so there's no breeze, just wonderful sunshine. So if you can imagine this planting up with the beautiful David Austin roses, the scent will linger in this area.
Historical records of the house and gardens here at Wentworth Woodhouse do indeed mention a secluded circular garden already in existence here by 1738. Little is known of the early history of this secret garden, although its description as a mulberry garden may be linked to an initiative promoted by King James I in the 17th century to grow mulberry trees, to create a local silk industry rivaling the Far East silk trade. Sadly, the trees imported were black mulberries, whereas in fact silk is mainly produced from silkworms feeding on the leaves of white mulberry trees grown in rather warmer climates. In more recent times, the secret garden has been known as Lady Donatia's garden. Donatia, born in 1903, being the third daughter of the 7th Earl Fitzwilliam and Countess Maud. Like her mother, she was a keen gardener, and perhaps she adopted this peaceful garden as her own. We do know, however, that there are no historical records suggesting that this was ever developed as a rose garden. Its sunny, sheltered, enclosed aspect does, however, lend itself to a specific planting scheme, which most recently has been glorious dahlias. But a longer-term project to renovate aspects of the garden, along with a new planting programme of internationally renowned David Austin roses, will give the garden a special future, and we're delighted that the company is supporting this project under a planting partnership with Wentworth Woodhouse. From being a teenager in the 1940s, David Austin was already fascinated by roses, and his hobby became his life's work. Since releasing his first rose, Constant Spry, in 1961, he and the company have released over 200 English roses, creating an unrivaled international collection. Having celebrated 42 years exhibiting at RHS Chelsea and Hampton Court flower shows and being awarded over 46 gold medals, it's really fitting that David Austin Roses are working with us as we prepare to host the Northern 2025 RHS show here at Wentworth Woodhouse. And hopefully by July we will have our very own rose garden in full bloom. But there is much work to do before then. Today, senior rose consultants Richard Stubbs and Liam Bedell from David Austin Roses are visiting Wentworth Woodhouse to view the garden and discuss preparation plans with head gardener Scott. The site has been cleared of earlier planting and the soil enriched with hops from a local brewer, who also provides local beers to the shop and cafe. But Richard and Liam advise on further assessments to measure the natural nutrient levels and, if necessary, to add further enrichment. The pH will also be measured, the ideal for roses being 6.8 to 7.1. Most importantly, garden measurements are taken to assist in mapping a new garden design and to ensure that wheelchairs and wheelbarrows can easily manoeuvre the paths. The overall shape of the garden's curved beds will be retained, and Scott plans to replace the old crumbling edging tiles with permanently embedded steel retainers, creating uniform curves. The historic walls may have supported climbing fruit trees in the past, and now offer an interesting opportunity to plant rambling roses. An obelisk supporting smaller climbing roses could offer contrasts of height to the planting of rose bushes in the central beds. The group also discusses underplanting with ground cover perennials for additional colour, biodiversity, seasonal interest, and to encourage pollinators. With the design of the garden in safe hands, Scott will turn his attention to considering how some of the structural challenges of the garden can be met, repairing the railings, stonework, and the rather dilapidated wooden gazebo. And you may have noticed that the statue, central to the water fountain, has been removed. Severely damaged, the statue, which we think is Venus, Roman goddess of love, beauty and fertility, is yet another piece of urgent repair work to be funded. We eagerly await the rose garden design and planting scheme which Richard and Liam will create, and our volunteer gardeners can't wait to get planting. So join us again in the autumn when we'll be excited to unveil the plans, and hopefully we'll be able to share further progress on the renovation of this special garden.